Now, our city has some amazing wildlife photographers, and one of them is certainly a rising star in that world. Martin Gregus just won the Rising Star Portfolio Award from the Natural History Museum's Wildlife Photographer of the Year competition. Martin, hello there, and congratulations to you.
Hi, Gloria. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Now, your passion overall is polar bears. So tell us, where did you go to photograph them?
So most of my pictures, especially the awarded ones, were taken around Churchill, Manitoba. Though I do travel across other parts of the Canadian Arctic to film polar bears, including Nunavut, as well.
Okay, well, just tell us just what do you have to do to set up in a remote place of this country to really capture some up close and personal moments with polar bears?
Yeah, I mean it's quite the process. So we started off in Churchill, Manitoba. We built up sort of our camp that we ended up staying in for the duration of our time, 14 days in 2020, another 20 days in 2021. And yeah, we built that camp right in Churchill in town, and then we sort of take that boat over to the location where the polar bears are, and then we sort of anchor down and run into ground and camp there for the duration of our expedition.
And how do the polar bears feel about you being so close?
I mean, they're curious. We do put in a lot of times and homework to sort of build a relationship with them. So first few days is sort of introductory both to us and to the bears. They get used to our smells, get used to our presence, and then once we build that relationship, usually takes 3 or 4 days. Then everyone's comfortable enough that we can get to work.
Okay, well, there's one photograph. Well, they're all beautiful, but there's one that looks like you're actually swimming with the polar bears. How did you capture that?
Yeah, so that photograph was actually captured with our remote controlled boat setup that we built here in Vancouver. It's basically a fairly large catamaran with an underwater camera in front of it and then a remote controlled trigger. Unfortunately, when we got up north, it stopped working and we had to improvise. I ended up filming that shot on the end of a long stick, and the camera was at one end and I was on the other, and basically just hunkering down, hoping that a polar bear swims by, and eventually one did, and we were able to capture that.
Timing is everything, and 10 points for improvisation on that one for sure. So, I mean, I'm thinking you're only 25 years old, and this isn't your first, international award either. How did you get so good so young?
I mean, I've been doing it for over 17 years now. I started when I was 8 years old. Living in Vancouver, we have so much wonderful nature all around us. So I just started taking pictures here close to Vancouver, and then eventually started traveling across Canada. And just practice makes perfect. Just always taking pictures, always having my camera on me, and somehow I got here.
Somehow you had a little bit of influence from the family too. Tell us about your dad.
Yeah, my dad was a photographer and a graphic designer in Slovakia, where I grew up, or sorry, where I was born. And he always supported me and my photography, and I used to always go out with him to take pictures. And then now he comes with me to take pictures. So
How did those shoots kind of influence you, especially when we're talking about conservation and climate change issues so predominantly now?
yeah, I mean, the polar bears, they've had a crazy impact on my life. I mean, not only do I get to spend such crazy amounts with them, watch them build a relationship with me and my team, but also they've changed my life. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. And winning this competition, even being here with you today, getting a chance to share this story is an amazing opportunity to share the lives of these bears and influence polar bear conservation in Canada and internationally. They are tremendous creatures, and the Arctic is unfortunately warming. They are losing their environment, and especially now that I've had the experience of living with them, I would hate to see it go. I mean, they are more family now, as crazy as that may sound, as just random polar bears.
So, Martin, I understand during the floods that we've been experiencing this week, you've managed to get out with your camera.
Yeah, I went out yesterday, and I spent almost the entire day out in the Sumas Prairie and in Abbotsford, and then I went out again this morning. We chartered a small plane and we flew over the entire area from basically Pitt Meadows up the Fraser Valley into Chilliwack and back.
And what did you see?
I mean, the extent of the damage, it's incredible. It's crazy. It's uh, that whole area, Sumas Prairie, used to once be a lake, and it seems like it has basically filled up almost right to the top. There was a fire there this morning burning in an area that I was taking pictures at just yesterday. So even just 12 hours, it's crazy the change that has happened.
Okay, and what about people contacting you to specifically take some images?
Yeah, so yesterday after I got back, I posted some pictures on Instagram. I did a little story there, and almost immediately a bunch of people got in contact with me asking if I can take pictures of their houses. One guy actually stopped me when I was taking the videos in Abbotsford, and he asked if I could look around and see if I can find a way for him to get his daughter in Hope. So this morning, actually, when we chartered the plane, we sort of tried to scout some escape routes and exits, as well as document people's houses to see if we can help at all. You know, I even though I can't help, I wish I could help a little bit more. It's we do what we can.
Are you getting any pushback from any officials in terms of, I imagine they don't want too many people in the air or, non-official people in the airspace. Is that considered a hazard in any way?
Yeah, I mean, basically yesterday they called it a fly zone for aircraft and drones as well, which has not really been helpful at all because want to support the community and use drones to, document people's property, use it for rescue. There's still a lot of people stuck out there. And as well, I got contacted by these people to see if we could get them out of Chilliwack, and there's no way of getting planes in there because just too much red tape, unfortunately.
I see. So what goes through your mind when you see those extreme images?
Yeah, I mean, for me, we grow up seeing them on television. Usually they're very far away from us, and to have that sort of right in our neighborhood is kind of scary. And I know some of these people that are stuck there. I've worked with some of these people that are stuck there, and some are complete strangers. But regardless of what they are, you sort of feel for that community, and you just want to help out as much as you can, even though you do feel kind of helpless sometimes.
Martin, thank you very much for that.
No problem. Thank you.